intense out there, Brian? How'd you like the practice?
It was decent. It was smooth. Good work. But
Are you surprised by the intensity of all the skirmishes? Or?
no, that's just camp. That's just a hot day. Tempers start to flare when it's hot. You're tired and you got people hitting you, so that's just what happens.
We saw you kind of pumping up the crowd after that first big defensive skirmish.
Yeah, because it wasn't even like, it wasn't really called for it. I just felt like they were mad, like tensions were flaring. But all in all, like, it was great work from them. They stepped up to the challenge, we stepped up to the challenge, and it was good competition.
What are the fans at, Brian, when there's a practice like that and there's a fight like that and the fans are cheering? What are they at in it?
They enjoy all of that, as you can tell by their reaction. At the end of the day, we want to keep the fights to a minimum, just so we can get our work in, get our reps in, and have a successful practice. But, it's just training camp. It just happens.
Brian, what does it say about you guys? You got, you had your skirmishes, but you kept your focus for the most part. So you got to be pleased with that, I would imagine.
Yeah, for sure. The focus never wavered. I just rather not fight. I'd rather not, waste energy breaking up fights, because just because you're fighting doesn't mean you don't have another 3 plays after that. So, that definitely can have you exhausted.
What kind of test is this for the Giants pass rush, you specifically, the guys up front, because that's one of the best offensive lines in the NFL?
It's a good test. Like you just said, they're one of the better offensive lines in the league, with Sewell, Decker, and I think Frank, right? So they got some guys, but it's a group that worked together for a while now. So to have success against them in this practice means a lot. It's a good confidence builder for us, booster for us.
I know you're on the other field, but what do you think, or when you hear that your quarterback was in the middle of one of those scuffles?
Oh Lord. Daniel got jiggy with it. Daniel was out there with it?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah. I'm gonna need him to back up. Yeah, I'm gonna need him to back up. Let his O-line handle that. But Daniel, he's a competitor, man. He's a fighter, so I don't expect nothing less from him, but I don't need him in that. I don't need him to get hit. Yeah, I need to keep him healthy.
Your secondary is really, really young, and teams are going to challenge them. Today, it seemed like they held their own underneath. A couple got deep on them. What do you see from your young secondary, knowing that teams are going to challenge them?
That's just growing pains. It's expected, this early. I definitely think that those group of guys are going to get through that. Like, I think it's very minimal. Like, we can definitely clean that up on the tape. But it's our job, me, Dex, Tibbs, Nacho, Ryder, all of us, to make their life a little easier. Put as much pressure on the quarterback as we can, because we can. And I definitely think they're gonna bounce back. I like that group. They're very sticky. They're competitors. It's a lot of guys, especially Nick McLeod. He showed me a different side of him every time I see him. He's been doing his thing, and I just want to give him his flowers.
What ways?
Just competing. He challenges. Competing. Him, Tay, Flott, Drew. Dane, J. Penn, they all compete. They all challenge, whoever they're going against. And I like that confidence and I like that tenacity about them, So I expect big things, coming up, especially this next practice, because we're going to run this back. So, yeah.
Brian, how many tackles for losses did you have today? I saw you
Today?
back there quite a bit.
I don't know. I got to check the film. I could count 2 or 3 on the top of my head right now, but I got to check the film, make sure they was actually, quality tackles.